Hello, my name is Joshua Tucker and I'm the director here at Gateway Materials Test Center. Today I'd like to talk to you a little bit about ASTM D3039. That's the standard test method for gathering tensile properties of fiber reinforced composites. So today we're going to show you a little bit about how we take a large panel or a manufactured panel from a customer, we'll cut it down to provide the specimen size we need, tab it, apply strain gauges, we'll walk you through the test and we'll show you a little bit about how we present those results to the customer. So let's get started. Alright, so here we are in our specimen fabrication room. Now here at GMTC we perform all of our rough cuts with a water jet. So we use this to cut our specimens out from a panel from a customer. This right here already has some deflection specimens taken out of it, but we would make a specimen such as this to conform to ASTM D3039, 1 inch by 10 inches. We would cut this out rough first using the water jet here and leave a little bit of extra meat on the edges so that we could go over to our precision grinding machine and grind the specimen down so that we have a very prism-like shape on the cross section, very parallel faces to one another, and to make sure that our specimen is parallel in its width all the way top to bottom. This helps to get rid of any variation that we might see in the results between the individual specimens, help to hone that down to a really precise and accurate number. So that's it as far as our specimen preparation goes. Now we're going to apply a strain gauge and we'll get to testing. Alright, so here we are in front of our Instron test machine. As you can see, we have a 3384 with a 30,000 pound load cell attached. We're using some 150 kilonewton wedge grips here, which are very, very important when performing this test. This isn't the specimen that I showed you earlier, but it is another ASTM D3039 specimen. As you can see, we have applied tabs here. And that right there is just to ensure that you get your brake centrally located in between the grips. You want it away from the grips as far as possible. So tabs help to reduce the problem when that does arise and it does break in the grips. You can use emery cloth to perform that as well. A couple layers at each end sometimes help, but not always. So as you can see here we have our grips. We have a gauge length in between these grips of 7 inches. So that's already preset into the machine. And normally we would have some stops here that would help us to align this specimen. Alignment is 100%, probably one of the most important parts of setting up this test. You've got to have your specimen very well aligned with the way the grips move. So we use fairly conventional methods here. So I've got that set up. Tighten the top. Here we have a strain gauge applied to measure our elongation throughout the test process here to give us a really accurate reading of the modulus of the stiffness of the material. So here we go, we're going to go ahead and run it and show you the test. Alright, so there you have it, our presentation of ASTM D3039. That's the standard test method for tensile properties of fiber reinforced polymers. Out of that test you can get properties such as ultimate tensile strength, you can get tensile modulus, you can go a few steps further and get yield and Poisson's ratio with additional strain gauges applied as well. And here at GMTC we can perform those tests not only at ambient temperatures, but we can also do it subambient and elevated temperature tests. So if you or your company require this sort of test, please give us a call at Gateway Materials Test Center. We'd be happy to help you out. Our phone number is 336-217-5184. Thank you.